So we're here to solve this easy as Japanese sums hybrid by Serkan Yürekli called 1 to 10 with an elegant clockwise theme that has all those clues represented. A key thing in any Japanese sums is to look at the clue values and see how many numbers must they contain. 1 and 2 will always be singles. 3 can be 1 or 2 numbers. 4 can be 1 or 2 numbers. 5 is interesting. It always has to be 2 numbers. It's 1 with 4, 2 with 3. 6 can be 2 or 3 in this range. 7 can be 2 or 3 in this range. 8 in this puzzle has to be 3 numbers together, and so that will be 3 with one of these cells, or it'll be these 3 with this cell, but you'll see that these two cells are always numbers. Same logic for the 9 at the top, it'll be 2, 3, and 4, leaving behind a 1. So one way I would notate this puzzle is like this. And 10 has 4 numbers together, the whole range represented, so the middle space will have to be used, and that can stretch all the way to here, or can stretch down to here. But we've effectively actually marked in the 3 cells for this 8, so we might as well take advantage of that. Another common rule in Japanese sums puzzles, every time you make a black cell thinking a row, go to the column, or if you're making a column, think about the rows. So we've marked this in. How does that now split up the space for this 5 sum to go? The 5 needs to take at least 2 cells, but it has to take actually exactly 2 cells, so the other shaded cell in this whole column is going to be the other cell here. These will be marked up. That means we've now denoted where the 3 cells for the 9 go and where the single digit for the 1 goes. We marked this in, but there's no column clue. We've marked this in, there is a column clue, so what's that give us? That gives us 1 more cell. That now influences this row clue. The 7 has to come to be at least 2 cells, but it can't be 4 cells, so this will be shaded. That puts in a 3, 4. It means the remaining digits are 1 and a 2, so the sum for this 3 is going to look like this. Got some more we can do from that. This clue, the 4, is now pretty impactful. It's not a 1, 3, as we said, because the 1 up here, it's a 4 on its own, and it can't be in the cell, so it's down here. And another thing I'm noting is we haven't looked at this 2 clue yet. This 2 clue must be in the first 2 cells. It can't be in any of these cells. If we're here, all 4 of these cells then have to be numbers, and it wouldn't give a distinct sum of 2. So with this 2 marked, and with its 8 clue giving this 2 marked, we've actually got eliminations that we can put in. This can't be a 2 here anymore. This has to be 1 with a 2. We've got a single 3 coming up. We have a 1, 4 to finish the space. And have a 2, 3 coming across. What I'm also then seeing is that we don't have a lot of spaces left for 2s. One thing is we have, like for instance, this top or this bottom will be the 2 here, but this will be a number 1, 3, 4 value. We'll see if we can make use of that. It may be time now to actually think about this last clue we haven't looked at. I think we've looked at everything but the 6. And so a 6 can be 1, 2, and 3. So it's possible it's these cells, but actually look, what cell can take a 2? It's not this cell, and it's not these we've already marked. So instead what I think is that we have to, by logic, if we can't make 1, 2, 3 happen, this has to come down and be just 2 cells in size. That's 4 with 2, it's not 3 with 3. That actually eliminates these options. It means that we get a 2 up here and finish this space. We've got these 3 1s, which means the last space for 1 in this bottom row is here. And with that, this is last space for 1 in this row. Puts this 1 in here, gives us a 4 and a 3. That forces this 2 and 3. This is finished out. Now I've got to think about the fact that this 2 is going to have its shaded cell right after it, and then it's going to be open. So this will always be open. That finishes this. That means this is a 4. And it also needs to be separated from the rest. So I think we now actually have for sure that the 2 is on the right here to allow space for this 3, put in this 3, put in this 4 and this 3, and as soon as we shade the cell, we'll be done. So a really good puzzle. It took advantage of a lot of the Japanese sums rules, and for sure it used the range sizes like 3 digits here, 4 digits here to its advantage, particularly this 5 clue with 2 cells. Marking these up gave a headway into the puzzle. And I think carefully thinking about the 6 clue, which is 1, 2, 3, or 2 of 4. In this case, it has to be 2 of 4, and that gave us our headway to the finish. So some good steps to get through this challenge from Serkan, and for sure some tips that will be helpful for the rest of this Japanese sums week. Thanks for watching this video, and we'll see you again soon.